Hi and welcome back to the English Fix, your daily English listening practice podcast. Today's topic is I panicked at the coffee shop, and we're going to practice it like a real conversation. Oh, Andrew, you won't believe it, but I had one of those moments just last week. It was a full-blown, heart-pounding, mind-blanking panic attack, all for a cup of coffee. No way. That's incredible timing, because I saw something similar happen just this morning. I was at my local coffee shop, and this person in front of me, they just completely froze. Like, totally panicked. Oh, no. What happened? Did they accidentally order a large small coffee, or something equally confusing? Almost. They just stood there, staring at the menu board like it was written in ancient hieroglyphs. Then, after what felt like an eternity, they just whispered, just coffee. It was a full-on deer in headlights moment. You know, when an animal freezes because of bright lights? Oh, Andrew, I know that feeling so well. That's exactly how I felt last week. It's like your brain just decides to take a vacation at the worst possible moment. Right? It's such a real part of learning English, isn't it? Those moments when you feel completely put on the spot. Absolutely. Today, we're talking about that exact moment when I panicked at the coffee shop. It's so incredibly relatable, and honestly, a bit embarrassing when it happens. It really is. And for anyone listening, if you've ever felt that rush of panic, that sudden inability to speak, you're in the right place. Today, you'll learn real English phrases that help you talk about those everyday, slightly awkward, but totally normal situations. My story is a classic. I wanted to try this new coffee shop, the Daily Grind. Everyone was talking about it, saying they had the best seasonal lattes. The Daily Grind, I know it. Good coffee, but the line can be, well, let's just say it's not for the faint of heart. It's always packed. Exactly. It's super popular, and I was so excited to try their famous pumpkin spice latte. I even looked up the menu online beforehand, just to be prepared. Smart move. Preparation is key. Or so I thought. I walked in, and the place was buzzing. The smell of coffee was amazing, but the noise level was intense. There was this super long line, and everyone seemed to know exactly what they wanted. They were rattling off their orders like pros. The pressure of the coffee queue. It's a universal experience, but even more so when you're trying to order in a new language. Totally. I felt this pressure building up inside me. I kept rehearsing my order in my head. One large pumpkin spice latte with oat milk, please. Over and over. You were doing everything right. You prepared, you practiced. I know. But as I got closer to the front, I started to notice the menu board. It wasn't just pumpkin spice latte. It had all these fancy Italian names, different sizes, different milk options. It was overwhelming. So, the reality of the situation was a bit different from your online research? A lot different. My confidence started to shrink with every step forward. And then, finally, I got to the front. The barista, she was super fast, super friendly, and had this really bright smile. And then, the moment of truth. She looked at me, still smiling, and said, "Hi there. What can I get for you today?" And Andrew. My mind went blank. Completely blank. Oh, I've been there. It's like your brain just hits a wall, right? All the words just vanish. Yes. All the English words I knew, all the coffee names, even my rehearsed pumpkin spice latte, they just disappeared. I couldn't remember anything. It was like my brain had been wiped clean. So, you literally couldn't think of what to say. Not a single word? Not a single thing. I just stood there, staring at her, probably with a very confused look on my face. And she waited, still smiling patiently, but I could feel the people behind me. I could almost hear their thoughts. Come on, hurry up. That's tough. That feeling of being watched, of holding up the line, it just makes the panic worse. Exactly. My heart started pounding. I just wanted to say something, anything, to break the silence. So, I panicked, and I just blurted out, regular coffee, please. Regular coffee. Did they even have regular coffee on the menu at the Daily Grind? That sounds like a very specific kind of place. No. That's the thing. They had Americanos, lattes, cappuccinos, flat whites, macchiatos, cold brews. But no regular coffee. It was such a generic, safe thing to say, but it was completely wrong for that shop. Oh, no. So, you were completely caught off guard when she asked you to clarify, weren't you? Completely. She raised an eyebrow, very politely, but it felt like a spotlight was suddenly on me. She said, could you be a bit more specific? Like, what kind of coffee are you looking for? And the blank mind returned, I imagine? With a vengeance? Worse. I started to feel so flustered. My face felt hot, my ears were burning. I could feel my cheeks getting really red. I just wanted the floor to swallow me whole. You felt really embarrassed, didn't you? That intense feeling of shame in front of strangers. So embarrassed. I just wanted to disappear. I felt like everyone in the entire coffee shop was looking at me, judging my terrible English and my inability to order a simple coffee. That's a very common feeling when you're put on the spot, especially in a new language. It's like all your practice just flies out the window. Put on the spot. That's exactly it. I had to make a decision right then, quickly, with everyone watching, and I had no idea what to say. And what did you do? Did you just run away? I might have been tempted to. Almost. But no. I took a deep, shaky breath, looked at the menu board again, and just pointed. I pointed to the first thing I recognized that sounded like coffee. And what was that? What was your panic-induced order? An Americano. So, I just blurted out, an Americano, please. Large. It was the simplest thing I could find. And was it good? Did you enjoy your Americano, after all that drama? It was. Fine. It was just a plain Americano. But it wasn't what I really wanted. I wanted to try their special seasonal latte, the pumpkin spice one. But I just played it safe. I just wanted to get out of there. You just played it safe to get out of the situation. That's a very human reaction, Emma. It's about survival in that moment. Totally. I walked away, feeling silly, but also a little bit relieved that it was over. I just wanted to get my coffee and leave as quickly as possible. I didn't even look at anyone. So, to recap your emotional roller coaster. You felt that rush of panic, your mind went blank, you were caught off guard by the barista's question, felt flustered, and were put on the spot. All of that, yes. It was a whole emotional roller coaster just for a coffee. And it made me realize how much these small interactions can impact your confidence when you're learning a new language. But a very real one. And it's these moments, Emma, that teach us so much. Not just about ordering coffee, but about navigating life in English. It's about building resilience. It definitely made me realize I need to practice ordering things more. Not just in my head, but out loud, maybe even role-playing with a friend. That's a fantastic takeaway. And for our listeners, let's break down some of those key phrases from Emma's story. These are super useful for talking about those moments when communication gets a little tricky. Great. I'm ready to learn. I need to make sure I can describe this feeling properly next time. Excellent. First, we had, my mind went blank. Emma, can you describe that feeling again, but maybe in a different way? What does it feel like inside your head? It's like, you know when you're looking for something on your computer, and suddenly the screen just freezes? Or it's like all the files in your brain just suddenly become invisible. You know the information is there, somewhere, but you just can't access it. That's a great analogy. My mind went blank. Means you temporarily forgot everything, or you couldn't think of anything at all. It's often because of stress, surprise, or even just being tired. It's not that you don't know the answer, it's just that you can't access it in that specific, high-pressure moment. So, it's not like my mind is empty, but more like it's suddenly unfindable, or frozen, as you said. Exactly. It's temporarily inaccessible. A common mistake for Vietnamese learners is sometimes translating empty mind directly, but my mind went blank captures that sudden, temporary inability to think or remember. It's more active, more sudden. Ah, I see the difference. It's about the asterisk action of it going blank, not just being blank. Precisely. Here's another example. During the exam, when I saw the first question, my mind went blank for a few seconds, and I couldn't write anything. Can you try saying that, Emma? During the exam, when I saw the first question, my mind went blank for a few seconds, and I couldn't write anything. Perfect. That sudden pause, that mental block. It's a very common experience. It's happened to me in job interviews too. You prepare so much, and then, Poof. Next, you said you were caught off guard. What did that feel like in the coffee shop? It was when the barista asked me to be more specific about my regular coffee. I wasn't expecting that question at all. I thought I had successfully ordered, so I didn't have an answer ready. Exactly. To be caught off guard means to be surprised by something unexpected and therefore unprepared to deal with it. You didn't expect that follow-up question, especially after you thought you had solved the problem. I thought I just needed to say, coffee. I wasn't ready for a detailed discussion about different types of coffee. It felt like a trick question. Right. You were unprepared for that specific turn in the conversation. It's like someone throws a ball at you when you're not looking. You're surprised, and you can't catch it. A common mistake here for Vietnamese learners might be using surprised, which is close, but caught off guard emphasizes the lack of preparation or readiness. It's about being unprepared for the surprise. So, it's more about being unprepared for the surprise, rather than just being surprised. It's the feeling of being unable to react properly. Precisely. Here's an example. The sudden storm caught us off guard, and we didn't have our umbrellas, so we got completely soaked. Emma, could you repeat that? The sudden storm caught us off guard, and we didn't have our umbrellas, so we got completely soaked. Excellent. You can hear that sense of unpreparedness and the negative consequence. It's a very useful phrase for those unexpected moments. And finally, you mentioned being put on the spot. What does that mean in your coffee shop story? What was the pressure like? It was when I was at the front of the line, and the barista was waiting, and I could feel all those people behind me. I had to decide quickly, right then and there, with no time to think. It felt like I was performing. Yes, to be put on the spot means to be forced to do or say something immediately, often without time to prepare, and usually in front of other people. It creates intense pressure, just like you described. That pressure was so intense. It made everything worse. I just wanted to make the decision and escape. It often involves making a quick decision or giving an opinion right away, and you feel like you're under scrutiny. For Vietnamese learners, sometimes people translate this too literally, like, on the place, which doesn't convey the same meaning of pressure and immediate demand. It's not about a physical location, but a social situation. So, it's about the pressure of the moment, the feeling of being forced to perform, not a physical location. That makes a lot of sense. Exactly. It's about being in a situation where you feel pressured to respond immediately, and often publicly. For example, my boss put me on the spot during the meeting, asking for a detailed report I hadn't finished, and I had to improvise. Can you try that, Emma? My boss put me on the spot during the meeting, asking for a detailed report I hadn't finished, and I had to improvise. Fantastic. You can really feel the pressure and the urgency in that sentence. I definitely felt that pressure at the coffee shop. It's a very accurate way to describe it. So, Emma, thinking about your coffee shop experience in these phrases, what's one key sentence you'd like to remember for next time, to help you overcome that panic? I think. Next time, I'll practice my order out loud so I don't get caught off guard. That covers the preparation and the unexpected moment. That's a perfect sentence to practice. It covers preparation and overcoming that feeling of surprise. Let's try shadowing that sentence. I'll say it slowly first, then at a natural speed. Listen carefully to the rhythm and intonation. Slowly, next time, I'll practice my order out loud so I don't get caught off guard. Repeating slowly, next time, I'll practice my order out loud so I don't get caught off guard. Good. You've got the words. Now, at a more natural speed, try to match my flow. Next time, I'll practice my order out loud so I don't get caught off guard. Repeating naturally, next time, I'll practice my order out loud so I don't get caught off guard. Excellent, Emma. You really got the flow there. Notice how caught off guard flows together. It's not caught off guard, but more like caught off guard, almost like one word. That makes sense. It's like one unit, a single idea. It feels more natural when you say it like that. Precisely. Practicing sentences like this, focusing on how words connect and the natural rhythm, really helps with sounding more natural and building that muscle memory for speaking. That's a great tip. And it definitely helps build confidence for next time I'm at a busy coffee shop. I'll be ready for them. Exactly. So, today we talked about Emma's moment of panic at the coffee shop and how she felt her mind went blank, she was caught off guard and put on the spot. It was a great reminder that these moments are normal and we can learn so much from them, even if they feel a bit embarrassing at the time. Absolutely. And remember, preparing a little bit, even just knowing what you want to order and practicing it out loud, can make a huge difference in those high-pressure situations. So, for our challenge today, tell us about a time your mind went blank, or you were caught off guard, or even put on the spot in an English conversation. Yes, share your story in the comments below. We love hearing from you and learning about your experiences. It helps us all feel connected. It really helps us all learn and feel less alone in our English journey. Knowing others have similar experiences is so comforting. Thank you so much for listening and practicing with the English Fix today. We really appreciate you joining us. Please like this video. It helps us reach more learners like you. Subscribe to the channel for more daily English lessons and tips. And leave a comment with your favorite phrase from today's episode or your own panic at the coffee shop story. You've been listening to the English Fix. See you next time on the English Fix. Before we finish, let's do a quick recap of today's main ideas and the most useful phrases. We covered, my mind went blank, caught off guard, and put on the spot. Pick one or two expressions and try them in real life today, even in a very short conversation. Don't be afraid to use them. Thank you for listening today. We hope this episode helped you practice real English and feel more confident.